Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back. So today what I'm doing is an update video on some of the products that I've been using for a while, some of the things that went bad, and some of the things that are just been holding out really great. And this is kind of the way that I want my channel to start going towards, is actually use the product for a while, put in a lot of lipos, see if it could go bad, and just create update videos. So today I'm bringing in just an update video of everything that I've been using the most and to see what happened with it. First of all, we'll start with the good stuff, or we'll just mix and match actually. Let's just get started. So here we have the Holybro Kopis 2. This is one of the most reliable, this is actually the most reliable quadcopter that I have, and the one that I use always and bring for rescue missions and as well as camera testing, because every time I plug it in, it just works great. Saying that, there is one drawback to this quadcopter, which is the frame. The frame is somewhat fragile, and the reason for that is because of the foam padding. However, this does decrease the overall weight and gives you more efficiency, which allows me to fly sometimes for about 5 minutes on a 1500 milliamp 4S, which is really great to have on a 5-inch, and that is one of its huge benefits. It's low weight and its overall performance is pretty spectacular, and the components used inside are premium components, even down to the antenna. So this is a really great quadcopter that you are actually getting what you pay for. I mean, you're paying a pretty premium price and you're getting premium components inside. But if you do decide to purchase this, I do highly recommend you purchase some extra arms, because you are more likely going to break some, like I have already. And it's really rare for me to break arms, but for me to break an arm on one of these, that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to as well. So as you can tell, I have 2 of these little bad boys. Now let's put this one to the side and let's pick up something else here. So something a little bit older, which is my ESC testing quad. Now it hasn't shown up on the channel quite lately, but I do use it because I do like the frame. Now this is the iFlight IX5 frame, really good frame. I enjoy the living crap out of it. But we're not here to talk about the frame, because the frame, everybody knows about this frame. It's a really good frame. But what I want to talk about is the flight controller inside. Now this flight controller has taken a lot of beating, and it's been used for maybe over 7 months. So I have been using this quite a lot. Recent crash, which was like, I don't remember when, maybe 4 weeks ago or something. But when we had summer, I just broke the standoff, so I just need to fix the standoffs here. But the flight controller inside is the Skyzone F4. It's an all-in-one flight controller, pretty basic. MPU 6000 gyro, no filtration for the VTX. It's just an F4 all-in-one flight controller, and it works really great. And I do highly recommend it. It's lasted this long. The form factor is pretty cool. However, it is using connectors. That is one of its drawbacks. But if its price has dropped, then this is a really great all-in-one flight controller that I'd recommend in terms of long use and reliability. So I'd highly recommend this one. If I can find it, I'll have the links down below to this flight controller. It's been really great. The Flycolor Raptor budget ESCs are still working really great. However, never tested on a 6S, but I don't even think they're rated for a 6S. They've been used with the Emax 2306 2400 kV, and it's time to replace these ESCs and test out something new, and which will be upcoming very soon after I fix the standoff in here. But as you can tell, it keeps your overall stack really clean and simple and small. If we come back here to the VTX, I have 25 of these VTXs, not because they broke, just because they're cheap and they just work really great. The Eachine TX526 as well, I'll have linked down below. Now in terms of power output, I can't answer how well, but it gets pretty good distance, I can tell you that. And it might bleed to other channels, as some people stated, but in terms of low budget or cheap VTX that broadcasts is really great and is very reliable, I'd highly recommend one of these. There is only a couple drawbacks to this VTX, which is the SMA will break and you'll have to probably replace it, and that's happened to me quite often. But after you replace the SMA pad, port, whatever, it just depends on how you place it actually, where you mount your VTX here, if you're going to break this or not. One of the biggest drawbacks that really pisses me off about this VTX is the wire that they provide you, that they give you with it, which are really terrible. They're not silicone, they're just some really crappy things that you can't, it's really difficult to strip if you're a newbie. And when you solder, they do tend to melt. So that is the 2 drawbacks, is breaking the SMA here, but that could happen with any VTX, and the wire. Other than that, this has been reliable, and I've been using this since I first started building quadcopters and flying. I have over 25, and they just work really great. So I'd highly recommend them for a budget option. Also, now if you've seen this, this is the motor testing quad on the channel, 4S, 6S capable. It's rocking the Holybro Metal stack in there, the most expensive premium stack you currently purchase. F7, 65 amp ESCs, the AT VTX. So it's a really expensive stack, but this is a motor testing setup. Now what I want to talk about today are the motors. Now I recently received from Banggood the DYS SUN FUN 2306 2500 kV motors from DYS. These are really budget line, like I think like $10 or something a pop. And out of the box, one of them is faulty. So that wasn't really great. And you know, it's not a builder's issue because I take my time building and I know how to build these. So, and it's just, there's no issues here. So it's a bad motor out of the box. So the quality, you know, it's really rare for me to receive a motor that's broken, but for it to happen on a cheap motor like this makes you think twice. I mean, that's never, ever happened to me with a Racer Star motor, which I find pretty amazing. But yeah, to happen with DYS now, you know, things could happen of this nature, so I might try to get another one in and then do this, but currently I'm planning on removing these motors and test out some other motors, but these didn't work out so great. And yeah, just be careful when purchasing these. Now here's a quadcopter which I just recently retired 3 days ago, and the reason for that is the camera mounting solution really pissed me off. I could design a new upper plate for it, but this is one of the best BNFs that Eachine has released lately. This is, I think, one of their last production BNFs that was actually great, other than the 3-inch version of this. I'll have this one linked down below. The first version of this one wasn't as good. It just had a lot of latency because of the DVR and everything. But the later versions, such as this one, they have been really, really great. And I've actually been using it quite a lot, but unfortunately I can't grab the footage, but I keep it as a nice, beautiful little backup quad. It's working just flawlessly. I don't have any issues with it, and I do highly recommend it. Now it does have some weird, you know, proprietary, you know, bottom plate flight controller stuff, as you can tell here. That is the only thing that I really don't like about it. So breaking it, you'll have to purchase the same exact thing. You know, that's the only thing that kills it for me. But it doesn't really kill it because it flies really great, and they're using really good carbon fiber here. Unlike their newer versions of stuff, which Eachine, I really hope you're watching, because this is one of your last best thing you've ever released, and lately it's just been tanking slowly. So I think you guys should go back to the drawing board and rethink everything, because this one was a really great one. Now also the Mamba 20x20 stack, I did use it. I had a shitload of noise even with the capacitor, but it sounded like it was a high D. And it's right here, as you can tell. But I did crash. This is a custom frame here. So it's using the Mamba 20x20 stack. Now, when I was building it, I actually noticed something which really scared me. When I plugged it in and set everything up, and this is the reason why I want to take this channel towards this way, was the fact that when I plugged everything, connected everything, and I put in the battery, the flight controller wouldn't boot. So I was like, aha, okay, so that's not really great. But then what I found out is the instruction manual was completely wrong. It will not receive power. Okay, listen to this. You know how every ESC and flight control that come in a combo have a wire that connects them, so it does all the routing for you? This has the same thing, and it also has a power and a ground. However, the power and the ground do not actually boot up the flight controller, and you have to run a separate positive and negative to the flight controller board, which is on the back side. And I didn't make a build video for this, but I should have probably. Anyways, it's back here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to see right there, those blue and red wire. So I had to run straight from here another power wire from the ESC to the flight controller, and it just works, and it flew just fine. But I only had like 30-second flight, high D, and I just crashed basically. It's not really the most what is it called? It's not really the most impact resistant frame on the planet. This was just custom cut by me, but it was designed by Bart, which was a floss remix, and then I made a remix of that remix, and that's what you see here today. So I need to just cut it new arms here and replace the motor. Luckily I have another motor. This is a 1506 4100 kV motor, which I'll probably end up replacing. Now for brushless whoop, I don't know what the hell they're called anymore. Yeah, brushless whoops. I find myself picking this one up the most. I really do like this one. It performs really, really well. I was thinking of taking the parts off of it and then using it into like building or designing a toothpick frame, cutting it out of carbon fiber and placing the components on that one. But I just sit down and think no, because this is this is my favorite micro to fly, because on 1S, it's super dead. Like, well, not like super dead, but it's really great for indoors. That's what I mean by super dead. 2S, it takes it to a whole new level, and it's flyable outside and doing some crazy maneuvers and acrobatics, which I really do enjoy. So I'm not going to be replacing or removing the components and installing them on another quadcopter, but I will be doing that to other ones, such as the Mobula HD, which I personally didn't like, the LeaderHD, which I also didn't like, the gofly Scorpion, which I also didn't like. This is by far, so far, one of the best ones I've used. Oh, by the way, the URUAV is a really great one, but they do have to rethink the just some of the plastic that they're using to hold the VTX into place, because it's just really annoying, and I broke it already. You've probably seen it in my video. It's not a deal breaker, but this is a really nice package. I'm not having to worry about, if I need to do so. I don't have to, keep playing with it to get it to fly just right. Just come in, plug in the battery, and just go fly. And I really like that, especially in any type of quadcopter. I really do enjoy that, and this is one of those quadcopters. And currently, this is going to do it for this little update. It's a small update, but I do have more products coming and on the update part of the channel, and we're going to be taking a closer look at later on. Right now, I'm working on doing the 6S ESC testing setup for the new T-Motor F55 amps. They look really nice, but I mean, looks aren't everything. So we'll see how all that goes out. I'm really hoping it's going to be great. And I also do have another build on the channel, which I still haven't finished. It's a 6S iFlight Vertigo Tarantula. I'm calling it Tarantula because of my side plates here. These are custom cut camera plates, so it's looking really, really nice. So yeah, I'm planning on doing this as a 6S setup. So I do have the Mamba motors. Now I really like the Mamba motors on the oh yeah, the Diatone. I forgot about it. The Diatone is a really, that's why I retired this one, actually. I just remembered. The Diatone R349, I don't know what the hell it's called. Anyways, I have two of those. That one is amazing. I mean, it's really, really crazy good, like super crazy good. It puts everything here to shame currently. Yeah, it's actually that good. In terms of durability, it still hasn't had as much time as most of these here, but it's a nice little quad to fly. Like, I really enjoy it. The one that comes with the blue fin 3D printed thing, but I don't have that on. I just have the carbon fiber. It's a really great one, and it's actually highly recommended. So I'll have that link down below. I'll have everything in the link down below as a recommended and, not reliable section, so you can see what is what. And, well, that's currently it. So yeah, I'm planning on building this guy right here with the either the Aikon 20x26S ESC and stack, basically, or the Tekko32 20x26S setup. So I'm planning on probably going with the Holybro, because I probably trust that a lot more than anything else, just because of my personal experience with it. And I think that's the best route to do it with this one. It's a really nice quadcopter. But you know what's really annoying about this one? I can already see it's the battery placement in the camera. I don't know, because this is going to be 6S, so it's going to be a huge ass battery on the bottom here. You never know, it might be pretty good. It is pretty heavy because of the aluminum, and well, I guess time will tell. And let's leave it at that, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.